Pakistan's security forces launched a sweeping response after Afghan Taliban allegedly carried out unprovoked cross-border attacks under the cover of darkness, escalating tensions along the frontier. The government said the action, dubbed Operation Ghazab-ul-Haq, continued into early Friday, with the Pakistan Air Force reportedly targeting Afghan positions, including an ammunition depot in Nangarhar. Officials claimed heavy casualties among Afghan fighters across Chitral, Khyber, Mohmand, Kurram, and Bajaur, while 2 Pakistani army personnel were martyred. Islamabad has accused Kabul of allowing militants aligned with the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan and Islamic State Khorasan to operate from Afghan soil. Afghan authorities, however, described their actions as retaliation for recent Pakistani strikes on alleged terrorist sanctuaries. Pakistan's Foreign Office maintained that its operations were proportional and based on intelligence to preempt imminent attacks, stressing that it holds no quarrel with Afghan people but opposes militant safe havens.
These are quite discouraging, frankly, and Pakistan has taken action against terrorist outfits based on verifiable intelligence, and our precision strikes were carried out in response to the terrorist attacks, the most recent one in Bajaur and Banu. Beyond that, we remain cognizant of the threats that emanate from Afghanistan. The security forces, our law enforcement agencies remain vigilant, and we would work to ensure the safety and security of our people. And as regards these statements, we can totally reject them and emphatically point out to our own readiness to face this threat. The difference between the last time and this time that you mentioned, ever since Taliban took over power, certainly in the last 12 to 18 months, terrorist attacks have increased, and this point out to our assertion that there is terrorists operating from Afghanistan which conduct these terrorist attacks. So I would not quantify the amount of terrorist attacks taking place now with anything that took place previously 4 or 5 months before. But what we can say is that we remain seized of this threat, and our forces remain vigilant and working to ensure the full security of our people.
Amid the security escalation, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif vowed to eliminate terrorism at any cost during a condolence visit to the family of Lieutenant Colonel Shahzada Gul Faraz, who was martyred in a suicide bombing in Banu. Calling the fallen officer a symbol of bravery, Premier announced a school in his name to honor his sacrifice. On the economic front, the Prime Minister formally launched a Rs 38 billion Ramadan relief package, describing it as the largest of its kind. Under the scheme, Rs 13,000 per household is being disbursed through digital wallets to ensure transparency and dignity. Officials said a majority of eligible families had already received payments, with banks and fintech firms facilitating over 1 million transactions. Meanwhile, the Federal Constitutional Court ruled that tax authorities may conduct raids under Section 175 of the Income Tax Ordinance 2001, even without pending proceedings, affirming the enforcement powers of tax commissioners. The judgment underscored the courts cannot dilute clear statutory language. Separately, Planning Minister Ehsan Iqbal called for forward-looking reforms to the National Finance Commission Award, citing unsustainable fiscal pressures on the Federation. While ruling out changes to constitutional resource distribution, he urged recalibrating incentives to reward poverty reduction, climate resilience, and population stabilization, framing the issue as a matter of national sustainability rather than political contest.